everyone, Daniele here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Speeforce #1. This is a new book from DC Comics. Let's take a look at the creative team behind this book. This is written by Jarrett Williams with art by Daniele de Nicuolo, colors by Andrew Dalhouse, letters by Simon Bowland. So, in this book, from the pages of The Flash, Wallace West and Avery Ho bring the Speedforce into the dawn of DC. Wally and Avery are the young speedsters who have been in Teen Titans, Justice League, and all above members of the Flash family. As they become aware of a mysterious change happening in the Speedforce, they race to Keystone City, where they encounter some old friends, new threats, and a chance to forge their own paths. Spinning out of the pages of the Flash, the team of Jarrett Williams and Daniele de Nicuolo bring the next generation of speedsters into the dawn of DC. So let's talk about this book because it's a really interesting premise that I don't think I was not fully hooked by the end of the first issue. I think this is something that I'm going to have to keep reading at least one more. I usually like to give a new series 3 issues to convince me to keep reading. And I know that's a big ask, but we do work with DC and they're able to give us some of these previews in advance. So I definitely want to give this series a chance. I think the art style, it's very fitting of a book that needs to be as dynamic as something dealing with the Speedforce. I think as you'll see there's some really fun characters here, including Superboy, which you'll see in the preview pages. And I think it's a fun chance to explore both Wallace and Avery and their new role in the DC universe now that the Flash book has kind of changed the feel of what it is, right? I think Cy Spear's taking that Flash in a very different direction that may not always include the full family. So it's really interesting and fun to have DC give these other characters a chance. So let's take a look at the preview art here. First of all, I love that they're hanging out with Superboy. I love that they are just kind of hanging out too. Like sometimes seeing the downtime of a superhero can be a lot of fun. And it's just kind of a good place. It is a good way, a good pace to kind of get to know these characters. There's definitely a lot of narration because we have to get caught up on a lot of stuff. So the book definitely tries to bring you in. If you're a new reader, this book tries to give you all the tools that you're going to need. And I think it does it very efficiently. Now, part of that is that, part of having to go through so much dialogue, it slowed down the book. Usually, which for a Flash but for a Speedforce book, you definitely think it'd be a little faster. But then, as I mentioned, the Nicuolo's art, it is built for a book like this. Like just the dynamic poses of the characters, all the lightning effects. Like this is the Nicuolo's forte, I think. So I feel like the team is very well set up for this. And as I mentioned, I hope that in the future, with the next issue, I can fully get on board because this is a team of characters that I haven't explored much outside of their main Flash book. So, look, like with the Outsiders that also came out today, I like to check out some of these more unexplored corners of the DCU, and I think that's what this book is trying to do as well. So, yeah. I think if you're a fan of the Flash and if you're a fan of the Speedforce and you want to know more about that, you should definitely check this out. If you're a fan of any of these creators, I think they're doing a really good job trying to bring in a new audience to this book. So I'll definitely check out at least issue 2 to see if I can see the full picture of what the team is planning and really get hooked on this book. So if you have read this book, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.